Welcome again to the RedFlex. This is the second part of our reaction. Is me and Abs this time giving the reaction to Manchester United beating Manchester City. Pep fails to beat Ole again. Fraudiola strikes. Ole, the tactician. Yeah, we'll get into that. But I'm just going to preface it and say, look, I'm really happy with the result. Obviously, it's a derby. Form goes out the window. Performance we can sort of put to the side. It's all about the result. And all we know today is Manchester is still red. It always has been red. And we've beaten City 2-0. Abdul.
Absolutely fantastic result. In terms of the performance, I mean, as expected, there were certain points in the game where it was a lot of kind of dominance from Man City, especially I think in the kind of second part of the first half. But in the second half, it was pretty much all United, to be honest. I mean, there was under no threat. Didn't really do much. City had a few half chances, but wasn't enough to really do anything. You know? And I don't think at any point in the game United were kind of being peppered. It was just it was quite comfortable.
To be honest, I thought City were just dominating us. Like they may have not been, the final third or the killer pass, but for me, City
having the ball doesn't mean
absolutely
you're dominated.
Battered us.
Having the ball just doesn't really mean much unless you're going to create a lot of chances. Just like I think once Jose Mourinho said that, if you can give the other team the ball, but you control them, then it's the same thing as having the ball because they're not going to do anything.
I don't think we control. I think City just played crap. Like, to be fair, I think City played crap.
Why was that, though? It's because we got our tactics spot on.
No, we didn't get tactics. We just got people who just run around. Like, did you see us try to, like, pass out from the back?
We did try.
Awkward did we look? We haven't got people that can... We've not got technical players. Like, it makes me sick. I mean, I'm just going to judge this game as if I would any other game. Yeah, it's Man City, so... Today, the performance is more important because especially as we've not scored and whatnot. But really, if I was to break that game down, for me, it was poor. Like
poor.
I think we got lucky. You know, I think we got lucky. I didn't really see anything of any note. I thought we just got people who run around, get in the way. Like how many times do we have a potential break and then the pass just dies off?
Yeah, I mean, what we need to consider is we're not in like top form. But what I need to say, what I don't think we've mentioned yet, Tony Martial. Wow, that was a new that was the old Tony Martial, in fact, not the Tony Martial of this season. I don't know what conversation he had or what he had to eat or whatever he changed. That was the Tony Martial we want.
He's playing for a move, this guy. Playing for a move, I'm telling you. He's PSG watching
the ultimate cynic. The ultimate cynic. Usman. Anyone who starts performing is looking for a move.
They're looking for a move. He's
Pogba's looking for a move.
Trust me,
looking for a move.
Yeah. Pogba's 100% looking for a move. Martial's done. After the racism stuff, he's done out here. He's looking for a move. He's like, you know what? I ain't even going to get sold at this rate. I'm going to have to stay next year. This is what he knows. Look, we're getting linked with Haaland. We're getting linked with everyone under the sun. He knows deep down in his heart, he knows Ole don't want him. Like Ole's not about him.
That is,
and I agree. He's a good player. He's a very good player.
He's a good player.
But to be fair, go on.
I was going to say he's a good player. If he's performing like this and like he was last season, not many United fans are going to say he needs to go or
at the moment.
Blah blah blah. He's
doing Firmino special.
It's one game anyway. Let's see how he does the next few games because this could be just a one-off where he thought it's Man City. I need to turn up, but let's see how that goes anyway.
Put himself on the map. He knew a lot of teams will be watching this game, so that's what it is. No, basically, it's Firmino, innit? He plays. He's involved in play. He's got good flicks and tricks, but when it comes down to it comes down to his output. As a striker, you're gonna get it's your output, isn't it? I don't want to talk about GA and all this business, but as a striker,
for one season he was consistent last season anyway. But this season he hasn't been.
Isn't it? One season that don't make a player.
One season still a lot of games.
Yeah, he did well, but I don't know. I think he knows long term he's not the man. But if we do get good players around him now, like we need creative midfielders. So if we get creative midfielders, say we get a Sancho next year, or we get a Grealish next year, and then he doesn't perform, then what do you say? Like
No,
now
I mean,
you can give him the excuse and say, you know what it is, Marshall, it's just we don't create enough chances. We're pretty poor in
I
the
don't think it's
build-up.
that. Yeah, I don't think it's that. I think he's been out of form. He's been, for whatever reason, he's not been happy with the arrival of Edson Cavani, because that's put his first choice, the first choice, number 9 under threat. So he knows he's not the first choice. Always looking for another striker, and that's kind of dented his mentality or whatever it is. I think we mentioned this before. I mean, I've said for a long time now, Tony Martial doesn't deserve to be in the team, based on his performances. He's had one fantastic performance against Man City today, but it needs to continue, and let's see if it does. If it does, until the end of the season, Man United will finish second place.
Yeah, it depends what happens with Rashford now. He might have to be lumbered back on the left, to be honest. If Rashford's
If he's
out,
injured,
then
if he's injured,
you have to. And if Cavani's fit, he has to play.
But if he's in form, if you have a Tony Martial in form, that makes a hell of a difference.
Yeah, Soom, I've got to be careful here. My phone is in a very precarious position. But Soom says that we should have won 4-0, 5-0 today. We turned up. Did we turn up, though? Did we?
Come on, okay, Usman. In the second half, we were decent. Come on, at least admit that.
What do you class as decent?
As in, we were dominating the ball.
We dominated the ball.
We were creating chances.
City had like 70% possession. How do we dominate the ball when they've got 70% possession?
They have the ball, but they don't do anything with it. What I mean by dominating the ball is we were winning balls high up the pitch, or we were kind of breaking them down before they got to the final third, and we were going forward. We were throwing men forward.
Everyone we had was behind the ball. So because we got so many players, someone's going to get in the way. We didn't break their play down. We just got in the way. We were just running around getting in the way. But it's fine. I mean, like I said, today I'm going to let it slide. The performance for me was disgusting as usual. It was a disgusting performance. It was just the fact that it was like, there was a bit of a run. Like the only time I actually got excited was at the beginning, when we were like, high press. And then as soon as we scored the goal, we just went back to usual Man United.
Man City were not expecting it. They were not expecting that, and we caught them cold. And fair play to Oli for that tactic. Obviously, that was an instruction before the game, so we have to give him some credit for that.
I think the penalty made that happen. I don't think it was.
No, but it was a high press. That's the only reason that happened. We weren't going to win the ball where we did, and that only because of the high press. And that was an instruction before the game. Okay. You have to give some credit.
Answer the question. Okay, if we did not get that penalty early doors, do you think the game would have gone the way it went? Like, be serious.
Maybe not. I mean, who knows what's going to happen in any game? I think it's impossible to say.
My point is that Man United are a team that need to score first, because what we do, if we score first, then we do this counter attack, just soak up the pressure, do like a West Brom special, just soak it up, catch people on the break. If we don't score first, we don't score, like in the rest of the game.
Not necessarily. I mean, maybe against the kind of big six, that could be true, but I think we were better against. I know you said we were dominated against Chelsea as well. I mean, I didn't really think that. I don't say we were dominated. I think if we compare this game,
we dominated more today.
Really? No, I would have said Chelsea created in the last 20 minutes of the game. They created so many more chances than Man City did.
No, look, when I mean dominated, I'm talking about, like...
What's your definition of that term? It must be a different definition then.
Yeah, so when we're getting dominated, so they've got all the possession, and we've got backs to the wall. We're just scraping around, chasing the ball, like we're some lower league relegation scrap team that we're just fighting, just to stay in the game, which is what we were doing. The fact that we got that penalty, we got lucky. Then after that, we're just scrapping. We were scrapping away, just fighting for our lives.
I don't think many teams will come to Man City and play the way you're expecting United to play.
The thing is, have you seen other teams do? Like when you watch the game, you feel as though the other team do something in the game. Like City are not always dominating the ball against good teams, obviously, not against poor teams. This game could have been West Brom against City, could have been Crystal Palace against City, could have been Fulham against City. This is what that team would have done if they got the early goal. This is what you would have seen: backs to the wall, good grit, determination. But like I said, we won the game. That's all I'm bothered about at the moment. Like if this performance had come against any other team, and I'd even though we'd won, I'd be happy, but I'd still be asking questions. That's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'd rather have, if you feel this was a disgusting performance and to win, compared to the performances which you probably thought were actually better, where we got those kind of 0-0s then. So I'd rather take the
you
3
take
points.
the points. Yeah, but I'm thinking going forward, if we want to be a team who's actually challenging for the title, like there's got to be style to it as well. Like Mourinho finished second, and that was some of the most disgusting, boring football we've ever seen in your lifetime. You know this as well.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. Under Mourinho, it was terrible.
And we finished second. So we finished second, but no one was happy, were they? No one was really happy with what they were seeing.
No, because Ole isn't playing like Mourinho, so we have to agree on that.
This is absolutely no. The definition of a Mourinho performance. Yeah, get ahead, sneak ahead, and then just backs to the wall, fight it out, and then if you get something scruffy on the break, then you're all right. This is Mourinho 2.0. I'm telling you, this is Mourinho football.
If that was the case, United wouldn't be one of the top scorers in the league.
Mourinho, remember when Mourinho, we were doing 4-0s for fun? We were 4-0
Were we? But were we one of the top goal scorers in the league at that point? I don't think we were, because at one point this season, for a long time, we were top.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
Although we have been conceding lots of goals, but we were scoring goals. So to make that comparison, Mourinho, I think is unfair.
I don't know. I'm not backing down from that anyway. So in case
no, you don't have to
last
back
2 games 0-0. We were defensively sound. Okay, you say we just got in the way. They had 23 shots, only 6 on target, just over 25% shot. Who had that? Did we have 23 shots, or did they have 23 shots?
No, they. Man City.
They had. Yeah, obviously that's domination, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's domination.
No, they had 6 on target.
Yeah, so 23 shots against you. That's being dominated. Whether they went in or not, you were still dominated.
But the thing is, Usman, even the great Sir Alex Ferguson at times admitted, when he's playing Arsenal, especially, even at home at Old Trafford, these were the tactics, because he knew if we went toe to toe with him, we would have lost. And I think that's a fact. I think you agree with that, Usman. You must remember that.
The fact is that this is what hurts me, that we can't go toe to toe with these teams.
But even Sir Alex Ferguson knew. Like a certain teams we can't.
He wasn't, he may have done it against Arsenal, one team. He may have done it against one team. He's
always Arsenal, every game.
Maybe. I admit, all right, the best team you can do it against, but we're doing
which is Man City today. Which is Man City
today. I'm talking about the bigger picture, man. I'm talking about the bigger picture. We're playing this sort of football all the time now. This is just the definition of Man United now. Where's Ole's, marauding Reds, flying forward? I mean, we saw very, very little glimpses of it today, but I want to see it all the time. I want to watch the match and feel as though, we deservedly beat Man City. Can you hand on heart say we deservedly beat Man City? We had the better chances, we controlled the game, and we it's a professional performance. Yes or no? You can't.
I think in the second half, we controlled Man City. I think City didn't do anything. Half chances here and there.
Yeah,
the way we played,
they had nowhere to go.
And I don't think we were completely behind the ball for the entire second half, man. I think there were times, especially we were going forward. We had 6. I remember once we had 4 or 5 people in their box.
Once. Yeah.
Okay, but that's the sign that I guess with Mourinho that would never happen. We were 2-0 up. Mourinho tries to show up shop. Oh, he didn't do that. So give him some credit.
No, I don't know. It was just a passion. It was a nice, passionate performance. Against our local rivals. We did what we needed to do, which is fine. Which is all well and good. Going forward.
Although saying that, Fred was disgusting. In the second half he was a bit better. First half he passed the ball. He couldn't keep the ball. Fred, I know
he's not press resistant. The thing is,
I know, he's not. I think we all kind of agree with that. But Harris is completely against him. I think Qasim's the only one who seems to rate him out of us lot. Anyway,
in certain games, if he's not given the problem with Fred is he's given too much responsibility in the team where this is like him and McTominay are the pivot. He has to be the one that's the ball progressor. Because McTominay is just the passion merchant, isn't it? He's running around and getting in people's way and closing people down. So then Fred's always in space and he's good on the half turn. So he's left to be the creative of the two, which he can't do.
Which is not. Yeah, he's not. I agree.
Yeah,
he's
so
not.
it's not purely his fault. He is limited, but the things that he does well, closes people down, this, that, and the other, he does it well. But when he has to do creativity on top of that, no.
Yeah, he's not able to. And that's probably one of the reasons why we've had a lot of 0-0 against the Big Six, because you get very few opportunities. And if you do, you need to make the most of the space you have. And Fred and McTominay certainly can't do that.
No, they can't. They can't. So your man of the match, Abdul. Do you agree
man of the match?
What most people are saying?
What are most people saying?
Well, it was given on TV to Tony Marshall.
I think it was good, but that's the Tony Marshall we expect. Is that a man of the match performance compared to everyone else? Maybe, yeah. But also, I need to give a shout out to Lindelof and Maguire. Solid, no errors. They won pretty much everything in the air, and especially, I don't think we mentioned this yet. We were playing a very high line compared to what we normally do against top 6 teams, and that was a very brave thing to do
for a small portion of the game. For a small portion of the game.
We were doing it though. We were brave enough to try it at the start of the game, and it worked. And that was brave, and I think Maguire and Lindelof did well in that aspect of things as well. They controlled the Man City forwards, and with that high press, especially, which for us very high risk because we've got very, very slow defenders, and it worked. So again, credit to Ollie for that.
It was all right. We did what we needed to today.
Obviously,
it was all right. Honestly, watching the game, it didn't impress me. It was okay. Like, I'm happy we won because it was one of them games that pride's on the line. We wanted to win, but yeah, defensively we were okay. Obviously, the problem is, well, not the problem, but the fact is their main threat. Obviously, they haven't got Aguero, so their main threat is Sterling. But obviously, we've got kryptonite for Sterling.
Got him in his pocket. Yeah.
So Aaron Wan-Bissaka knows he's got him. He's toast. And whoever's playing up against Luke Shaw is getting pocketed as well. So Luke Shaw did what he needed to do. I think he might even get the sniff for me for the man of the match.
Really? I think going forward did nothing.
Except
scoring. He scored. He scored.
Yeah, scored a goal.
He scored a goal.
He scored the goal.
Generally, and was he doing a frequent basis? No. But yeah, I mean, he did fantastically well.
Given the opposition. Given what he had to do in the game, I think he did it well. If you can say Lindelof and Maguire did well, they did well. But there was a lot of chances that City fluffed. There's a few that have gone through people's legs and this, that, and the other. So it wasn't 100% comfortable. It's the fact that we got a clean sheet, which is fine, but it wasn't the smoothest of sailing. But yeah, I think
absolutely.
He got the goal. He played high up the pitch. A little bit more pressure. Obviously, Rashford went off, so there was a little bit more on his shoulders. But I might just give it to him because, like I said, it wasn't an amazing performance by anyone for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the majority. I think I was pleasantly surprised by Tony Martial today. I wasn't expecting that. When I saw him up front, I thought he's just going to be frail and weak, and he was doing the business, and especially against the Man City defenders who are not physical. It's the perfect game for him. Anyone physical against him, who harasses him and tries to bully him, he's nothing. He's not able to produce anything. This was the perfect team for him to perform the way he did.
Yeah, so going forward, obviously, Man United will be playing Milan in the week. We have to have a positive performance. Obviously, Italian teams are notorious for not being able to take the high pace and pressure of.
We're going to have to play like that.
Opponents, opponents from England, they struggle, especially if you give them high tempo games. So I'm hoping that we do something like that against them. Go for the high tempo, press them high. I don't think Milan have got anything. They're a good team, don't get me wrong, but without Zlatan, I think now is the time to kill the game off. Zlatan's back, I think it may be a different kettle of fish.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's been on fire, hasn't he? You all thought when he left United, he was just in his kind of swan song of his career. He was going to America for his final paycheck. but absolutely, the guy's a beast. The guy's some sort of
Yeah.
physical specimen which we've never seen before. Where with an injury, he just went there for a year, maybe just to sort his knees out, and even then he was. Oh, I think he's had 2 seasons, but he's completely banging in the goals there as well.
Yeah,
and he must have thought his knee was okay, and then he just come back to Europe, and yet again, fantastic.
Yeah, amazing. But yeah, looking forward to that. Hopefully, like I said, this is a turning point for Manchester United in the season. We always have this with Ollie. We have an amazing run, maybe like 20 odd games where we're, undefeated and playing well, and then we have a blip. It always happens for about 8 to 10 game blip where everyone, Ollie's job's on the line, etc., etc., and then obviously he pulls it out the bag, and then there's a turning point, and then we start smashing it again, and hopefully this is the time for us where we start smashing it, because the next couple of games, if we can get through, we beat Milan and we beat Leicester, I think our season could be set for a nice finish.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we need. I think all United, all United fans want. I think the best we can hope for, and which may well be quite realistic as well, to be honest, is for us to finish second, but with a nice gap between all the rest of the teams, and for us to win a trophy. That's what we need to take us to the next level now. We need that trophy, and then that will give the squad something to work towards for next season, to know that they're a winning team, and hopefully then we can win the league next season if we can we have the right investment in the squad.
Yeah, 100%. But that's a topic for another day. But thanks everyone for getting involved. Thank you. If it's the first time you're watching, make sure you like the stream and do not forget to subscribe. If you want to continue the conversation, we also have a lot of content on Twitter and on Instagram, so you can join us there. But for now, that's everything. Manchester United have beaten Man City. Pep cannot beat Ole at all. City with their full stadium, just sounded like their normal stadium today, and the amount
wasn't
of fans
much difference, was there?
Yeah, not much difference not in the number of fans or the noise in the Etihad today. But yeah, Man United have beaten Man City, just what we wanted. This is a turning point for us, hopefully. We'll be back with you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.